All right, good afternoon, everyone. All right, so if you're here late or didn't see my post, yeah, so my trip got canceled, um, and I wasn't going to do anything today or tomorrow or Friday or the whole weekend for that matter, but I don't really have anything to do right now, so I'm just going to stream the FOMC. And fair warning here, I'm probably going to shitpost 90% of this. Um, That said, we'll just go through this here, kind of like how I normally would for the trading room, so you guys can just see what we would do here. And we actually had two winners today. I didn't take them. I was too busy, but I know some of the members in the group did. We just had one and then another one right here. But right now, we have a Iron Condor currently on the SPX, and you can see here that, hopefully everybody can see that. Yep, okay. You can see here that we've got 60, 35, 60, 40, and then 59, 10, 15. Bull end here's got quite a bit of interest now. It was kind of back and forth at one point. That's right, everyone got wrecked. And it was kind of back and forth, but now the bull end's starting to catch a little momentum here. I'm just going to refresh. Normally this will refresh here for the trading room automatically, but this is kind of my version here where I have it set up a certain way. But you can see that that setup there, and we usually have SPY and QQQ, which we do on another screen over here. But right now, the big magnet is, for me, is this 60. I know there's a lot of lines on here, but it's this 60-50 area. And this is on ES here. I can change these lines to make this a little easier to see. But you kind of have this kind of flag-ish type structure. And yeah, we've retested this a couple times now. We went up here, we reclaimed that. We gave that out as a play this morning, and that ended up moonshotting pretty much. And I said, also, don't be surprised if we retrace down to this area later, and we did. Another reclaim and another moonshot. Does anybody know what the Fed said? I was trying to set up the stream right now, and honestly, I'm so jumbled right now from just like airport stuff, and it's been a bit of a day here. So, but nonetheless, here right now, I would say as long as 60-50 is in 60-45 is holding, bulls can advance towards the top end. 34-ish, 33, 34, 35 is support. This would be actionable as well on a flush. So for me, some type of a breakdown here and a reclaim would be actionable to me. And then, even some of these levels down here if we got down there, but we would have to wait for reactions. I don't like on FOMC or like CPI days or something where there's known volatility. I don't like to just bid outright and just hope that it holds, unless I have a really good reason, or unless it's coming down, in a controlled manner. So I like to wait for the market reaction. Wait for the market to tell us what to do. But right now, I would say, yeah, if we can just work our way back up here, I think bulls have a good chance to push back up towards that top end. And that's 60-35. Now that's SPX. We're looking at ES right now. So for SPX, that would be something like, let's see, I don't even know, whatever we got here. So we're at 60-50, 35 points. Just say 40. So just say 6100 on ES. So that would be all the way up here. And these lines are like bonus targets at this point. But yeah, we did try to break out. We retested here, and now it's up to the bears to push this back down. So it's going to depend on what Powell says. Do I think there's a real big breakdown? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, maybe, there's always a chance. But you know what? One thing that tips me off here that it's not going to happen is look at how strong the Russell is relative to everything else. IWM holding up really well. You have SMH also holding up well. Those are two things I always look for. And I know banks are doing well right now. That SLR thing, I'm telling you guys, that's not a joke. That's real. That's probably the biggest news we've gotten in a while. And Besant did telegraph it, but it is happening, and it's going to start in Q3, and that is effectively quantitative easing. So that's going to be very supportive. But right now, yeah, we'll see what we got. We got Jay Powell in 9 minutes. So feel free to ask questions and whatnot, because I'm here out of nothing else to do right now. I was planning on completely not looking at a chart for like 5 days, but here we are. So stonks. I'm going to say stonks a bunch of times. The password is stonks, especially if we go higher. I'm going to say it a lot. Fed holds key rate steady, still sees 2 more cut. Yeah, that's going to be fun to revisit later. Measurement elevated, sees lower economic growth. Okay. Thoughts on higher inflation, lower GDP, medium, long-term forecast? Maybe. I don't know. I know that, I mean, I do think, like, obviously inflation expectations should be higher, and yields obviously reflect that, but it's going to be hard to, because GDP is so easy to manipulate. So we'll have to see how that can, how that, like, translates, but right now with that SLR requirement, that's a big deal. At least for markets. For the real economy, yeah, probably. But for markets, though, they're effectively doing QE. It's just they're doing it with the Treasury, not the Fed. Closely watching I'm sure they're watching it really closely. I'm sure they're right on top of it. Yeah, Scotty, I had to get something out of that trip. I mean, I took an Uber there. I was there for 5 minutes, and then that got canceled. I was like, well, gotta at least have an airport beer while you're there. It's right before I leave. Yeah, volatility. I think there's a pocket here, towards the end of the month where we could see a little bit of risk, but that Q3, it looks pretty good. So I think if we can get a pullback, I would like it. I wouldn't mind. Hold rate steady till the next crest. Yeah. Josh saying, do you think we see daily higher highs for a daily pull? I don't know. What depends here? It really depends. We could pump here. I don't think we're going to pump, but I think we'll be okay. Also depends on, like, defined pullback. Like, are we talking like 50 points or 100 points or 200 points? I think there's risk in the end of quarter. I'll say that. I don't think it's a ton, but I think there is risk. Dr. Life saying, how much be a member of the Discord? For swing trades, so we have 2 parts to the Discord. The swing trades is $39.99. And then the trading room is $99.99. And that is, like, hands-on. You get the gamma sheet. I take trades in real time there. We also have a sale on both of those right now. So through July 11th, it's 60% off your first month of active trader, and then 30% off swing trades. So they're pretty cheap right now if you want to get in and try them. But this is essentially how I would do. This is how I do the live room in the morning, except the only difference is you would see the gamma sheet updating in real time on another feed. Bitcoin. Didn't they pass something today? I know Coinbase had a huge move. And we've been talking, so a lot of the members in Discord have been talking about getting long this thing. And I said, yeah, give it, it was like a week or two ago. I was like, give it a couple more days here, let it tighten up more. And yeah, it took off today, didn't it? I don't know what, there was news, I know that. But man, it's still going. It's right at the highs of the day right now. But Bitcoin itself, a little soft here with that lower high. And I would prefer to see it get above that tail candle and back above 106. But when I look at the weekly chart here, I don't really see any problems. It just, you know, you went up to an all-time high and now you're just basing here. So that's fine. Could it roll over? Yeah, that's always possible. It's happened before. But I just defer to the trend until proven otherwise. I prefer to see it back above that 106 area though. It was let's see, it was bidding earlier. It kind of tailed off, didn't it? Yeah, it tailed out a little bit. But markets are okay here. IWM's holding up well too. Oh, so yeah, I saw that stuff about oh, okay. Well, all right, he didn't say that. All right. That'd be funny. I did see what Trump said though. Yeah, DXY is bottoming. DXY is bottoming. It's an extremely there's way too many people short. Way too many people short. That's a good double bottom, like liquidity grab. Nice RSI divergence there. That's good. I think the dollar here is solid. So if you want to play the dollar, by the way, if you want to play it too, it's low risk. You know, there's your risk. This could be a W pattern too. It could turn into one. So yeah, I do like the dollar here. Oh, that's what I was trying to type it into that. Yeah, probably. It's definitely gone up here. 58.50. Yeah, that I could see it. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm ready for it if it happens. Oh, nice. That's good to hear that. Up 7K on your house. Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, and I mean the swing trades, you don't really have to, I mean, you don't have to be full time. You can just that, you know, we have Discord and we also have that we have it set up so that it goes through email too, so in real time. So even if you don't want Discord, like you can get the alerts in real time. So I do videos every day for members too, in addition to the public video. Let's TLT backing off. Okay, so yeah, I see ZB pulling back right now. Let's just take a check-in because Powell is on in a second. So right now we got spiders up 30 basis points, Qs up 30. Volatility kind of chopping around, VIX up 5%, but we got VIXy down 2.5. So that means VIX futures, VIX futures down 3. VVIX down 6%. That's a divergence there. So, okay, now VIX is down 5 and 5.5, okay. So interesting. Vol hedges coming off here. I like that IWM is up 1%. That's bullish to me. And we're going to look at, check this dash again. Yeah, it looks, we're still getting pretty strong here. We're getting pretty strong on that top end of that iron condor. I think we need, still got some negativity in the Qs above 531. Hedging wise. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, I don't like the those new IPOs and anything that's too new. I just need price history. I know some people can trade them, they like trade them, but not for me. So if you guys are in the trading room right now, just watch that 600 and 601 on SPY. You can see the net what I'm talking about there. I think that's what we should be watching for right now. The 601 is starting to get flat, and that's good. You want to see it turn green. The Qs look a little bit weaker, though, hedging-wise here. But that can change, though, with Powell. I know. I have a split screen normally, but I can't do it with this setup here. All right, so looks like IWM ticking up a little bit. Again, the IWM up 1%. That's a green flag of sorts to me. That definitely tips me off. So Powell speaking now. Yeah, coin. Ben, coin is it's crushing it. It's broke out of that base. We were talking about that in the room like every day, and I was like, that just needs a few more days, but that pattern is good. It's a good pattern here. Josh saying, what is the effect of hedging? For instance, when they come off, does that mean we go into negative? So when I say come off, it could mean a various amount of things. But in that instance, they could be positively or negatively hedged, or in like positive or negative delta, etc. And so what I was referring to there is we're slightly negatively hedged at 601, flat at 600. But if they start to come off, meaning like they go more neutral or green, it puts us positive, which indicates that we could see price advance as market makers kind of like the reptilian speak as as market makers unwind that and start to hedge upside. So we're bidding up a little bit here. So yeah, again, if you got the 50 reclaim, which was support, there's your target. Target 2 is right around here, 67-ish. Really even to like 70 on overshoot, but let's be careful there. We didn't really quite get to 77.80. There's another little level, a minor level here. Actually not minor, but I'll put it in there. But it's just above. And yeah, basically, if we go to that top end of that condor, like that's basically the highs of yesterday. That should be, yeah. I mean that's going to require a good size move though. So right now we got bonds not doing anything here. Microsoft, Tesla, SMH, Amazon, IGV, VNQ, pretty much everything ticking up. Transports, broker dealers, all ticking up here. Let's see. Of course, Apple can't get out of its own way still. I think that's going to be an end of quarter story or a post OPEX story. Okay, Visa and MasterCard all got hit. I wonder if that's why they were down a week ago. They got hit pretty good a week ago. So anyway, yeah, another level to watch too, real simple, is NQ here at 2210. This is a big pivot point. And it's been through that a lot, but we are above it. As long as we're holding above that, I would take that as a positive. The longer we stay above that too, the better. But right now, just a chop take. Honestly, I would say this is a win for bulls if we don't, like, if we just go sideways, that's a win for bulls here. Because they have bears have all reason to knock this down right now. VIX today, so the VIX is unpinned. You've got like the worst headlines of worst headline over and over. So the Fed's not cutting. Powell hates Trump and vice versa. I don't want to see his tools. I already have no shit to deal with today. Nice, Tiffany. Glad to have you on. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing good lately too. So ES just kind of little spinning top candle here into 230. I told you guys I was in a shit post. The sponsors are mad. Hold on, I'm getting a call from the sponsors right now. They're mad. Yeah, right. I don't have sponsors. So Bond's not really doing a ton here either. I mean, they are off the highs of the day, but nothing crazy. Microsoft just made a new high. Again, nothing crazy here. NQ now backing backing off. Nothing really doing. GLD and gold and silver just kind of little micro pop. Platinum up 5%. Oh, platinum made a new high. That's above 13. So it's 13.25 on platinum now. Wow, look at that. Here. Oops, not that platinum. This one. Look at this monthly here. Boom. Holy crap. Nice pop there for PL. By the way, I was looking at this chart last night too of DBC. I haven't looked at DBC in a while, but like of inflation, this definitely gets interesting here. It's kind of tightening up and trying to break back above those moving averages there. Although it's had a couple of fakes before, but good move there. Nice. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, Ryan. Though right now, market really quiet here. Again, just above this zone here, market's fine. It's still even fine above here. We don't really actually get super bearish until we start going down these levels. Gotcha, Mano. So I'm usually on between 9:20 a.m. So I start at like the beginning of the day, and then right before the open, and then I'm usually done by 12. I take a lot of trades pre-market though, like a lot of trades pre-market. In fact, I think that's part of why our win rate's so high right now. Because we've just been like this is the type of market where they make the move in the morning and then they lock everybody out of the options market. And we've been doing really good at capturing that. It's all right, it's questions time. All right. Did he say anything? No, nobody cares. Like what? Yeah, I see. Look, I'm on Twitter right now. I see Mayhem is saying, I see why Wall Street already left for the Hamptons. Yeah, I mean, that's why I that's why I planned vacation today. Like, we can't even get, like, it's like World War III and the Fed, and we can't even get more than a 10-point move off of the friggin' FOMC statement. Yeah. Why do I have PL in the background? Oh, just because I was looking at it a minute ago. Because I was talking about gold and silver. And then I just put it up on here. This is like it's on top of my other thing here. World GDP is dead. Yep. Stonks. All right, so let me see. Qs are starting to get a little bit, well, a little bit better hedged intraday. Crap, I mean to do that. Take a look at SPY. All right, looks like market's ticking up a little here. I mean, we might pump here. If nothing happens, hedges are going to come off. Yeah, so, yes, so 601 starting to, it's close there. It's flipping green right now. So we're getting a little bit of positive Gamma delta coming in the pipe here. Bond's still not doing anything. We got Microsoft ticking up again. SMH ticking up. Dow, Russell, all just, well, Russell almost had a new high of the day here. VIX coming in. VVIX new low of the day. Yep, IWM about to make a new high. VNQ making new highs. KRE making new highs. Microsoft, there's a new high. So nice pop. All right, so there's your, we got to whatever second profit take that is, depending on how you would have entered that. And then there's you got this zone right up here. And then it's just kind of runners from there, really. So this is how, just so if you're not in the room, this is exactly how I would have played this right here. So we have our support, and then like the zone right below it. You would have went long. It's like you could have gone long here. If you were really aggressive, you could have gone here. But you just buy there, and then you take profit somewhere into the white. You have profit, so you can hold into that drawdown there, and then up here, boom, there's target 2. You got that. Now you have a runner left, and now if they just trend it up, you just put your feet up, right, and let them pay you. And if it goes down, it goes down, but it doesn't hurt you. But that's how I would have played that just now. It's actually how I called it out right before we did this stream, actually. Yeah, JPM really strong here. Broker dealers new high. Is that a new all-time high? Probably. Come on. No. Really? That's not right. It's at a new high. That's not right. I know it is. It's close. Anyway. Fins are acting well, we'll say that. I can pull them up for you. We don't have that yet though. But I do have, what we do is we have, I have another stream where SPX, SPY, and QQQ, like carousel between each other. Is nat gas going up? Or is it just going up because of contracts? Oh, it's going up a little bit. Yeah, 377. The thing with nat gas too is it can base like for a while. Damn it. So you look at like a weekly, it backed off here, but it really didn't like lose anything. So this could just end up being a base here. Again, this is adjusted. If we actually go to the this is the one I wanted. There we go. Yeah, this is just base in here, and you got a bull in sidebar there. Yeah, it's going up. So that's hanging in there. Yeah, this has definitely been out of season though, but I think those changes with Europe that Trump did kind of changed things a little bit this year. Yeah, Max. I mean, it's hilarious. It's like one of my pet peeves. I always bring this up too, because they really do. They really act like it's just, oh, why is Powell not doing this? Like, what? What do you? He doesn't. It's not really his decision. Coinhead news. There was news. It was some. what do you guys know? You guys know. I haven't been paying attention to the wire. I know there was news about that's hitting PayPal and MasterCard and all them. But this was coming though. I mean, this was a nice. There was actually a level I had on my other, charting software. Yeah, at 240, and I was like, yeah, as long as it's above 240, that's a nice bull inside bar, right there on the daily. So this is gonna, this is gonna move no matter what. I mean, it's a nice. I didn't know I was gonna pump like that, but I mean, it's a nice little kind of flag inside of this green here. You look on the weekly. I mean, that's a power pattern right there. You got above the old breakdown and then based above it. Always like that stuff. Let's just take a look for fun. I'd tell you it's probably going to 300. I did way too much. Yeah, it's going to go to 300. So that's where it's going to stop. This is for this Friday. But I mean, that's a 50-point gain or 60-point gain with 240. 25% since it hit 240 earlier this week, or whenever it did recently. Yeah, 4 days ago. 25%. The genius bill. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Genius. So smart. Well, someone else mentioned actual nat gas, but yeah, gas for cars though. I actually had some UGA. I sold it on Friday and it did pretty well. Up a little bit. I think oil and gas prices stay elevated here. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't necessarily think they're gonna moon or anything right away, but I think they will stay elevated. The market's been super underinvested. I gotta adjust this for contango, but the market's been super underinvested in energy stocks. Anyway, so let's see XLE. XLE's just hanging in there today. A lot of shorts got run over with those. All right, so it's about 249. So we'll see. I don't think we're going to trend here. That Iron Condor might just win. It doesn't look like. I mean, what else is going to be said here? The only thing I could think of would be, like I said, like hedges just come off, but I don't know. There's like, you got this World War III crap going on, so. Yeah, right now, SPX is just, I mean, guess what level we're at, guys? Oh, 6,000. I mean, come on. How much you want to bet we close here on Friday? So, might have been a little bit of a dud here. But it's still very tradable nonetheless. There was multiple setups. They just didn't quite, well, actually one of them followed through really nicely, but I don't see us breaking down here either unless something crazy happens. At least not today. If we were going to break down, we would have done it already. Let's see, what Bitcoin not even moving either. Bitcoin's acting like nothing's going on. Dollar yen getting a big bit. So dollar index getting a nice pump right here. And that's bringing up the dollar yen. Still down on the day. Yields going green. 10-year just ticking green. Yeah, so yields are coming down. Or sorry, bonds are coming down here. Yeah, it's been a ridiculous spin, and it's probably going to last another. It's going to last until the 30th, until end of quarter. So, but the good news is, no matter like what, contraction leads to expansion, right? This is going to break massively. It's not going to be a little 100-point move. It's going to be massive when this breaks. So that's kind of the way it goes. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, we're getting there. You can see the BB width here. It's getting there. It's getting close. Not that that's like the be-all end-all, but it just does represent kind of the conditions. But let's see. I'll stick around for a few more minutes here. Yeah. This is why I wanted to go on vacation. So, but yeah, overall, the setups were good. The setups for day trading anyway. But yeah, for swings right now, you got to be you have to be a little patient here. But just remember, contraction leads to expansion. And we're not too far off from that. Yeah, so right now it looks like this is just, we're just stuck in the range here. I would say for tomorrow, really no changes here. Like no changes at all. If we start to sell, 60.17, that's your low from yesterday. These lows down here are pretty important too. We could go test those and it wouldn't like really change the structure in the short term. But yeah, it looks to me like they're just gonna kind of try to entice both sides. I guarantee you so many people, I know so many people chased this right here. And they chased it short right here too, and they'll probably chase this short right here too. Yeah, so unless Powell absolutely like says something crazy in the next hour, we're probably just gonna pin around 6,000. Sadly. So if anybody has anything else, feel free to ask here. But yeah, that was boring. So. So right now, this whole area. So just for right now, I would say this area is not even engageable right now anymore. Well, it is, but you'd have to see. I'd have to see enough of a dip here, and then I'd have to see us get like clear 50 again. But I wouldn't even engage this into the close. It's going to be a chop fest. Yeah, URA. Is it going into correction? Looks all right. It's still up big. This is strong. This is an uptrend. I mean, yeah, you got a tail candle there. Maybe that tops it out a little bit, but this is still in a strong uptrend right now. Like these are still fine here. Can they pull back? Sure, but I mean, it's like this could pull back to this breakout spot. I mean, like this could pull back to like anywhere in here, and all that is a retest of the breakout at that point. So I wouldn't even say this is in correction anywhere near anything like that yet. Jocelyn, do you wait to recapture those and take trades? A lot. A lot is what I do that a lot, but I have a lot of different methods, but that's one of my favorites for trading ES because it's the nature of ES is a trap machine and that's just what it does. But especially in high volatility, I like to do it. I don't like to bid levels outright. Like if we're knifing down, I don't just like hope that a level holds unless I have multiple factors that I believe that it's going to hold. But yeah, I do that a lot though. For day trading anyway. Swing's totally different. CR, Core Weave. Again, it's another new issue, but I mean, it's just in an uptrend here. I can pull up the dealer levels for Friday. I don't even know what percent we would use, 20. Yeah, let's say 180. I'm just going to say 180 off the top of my head. But just remember, this is a new issue here. This is a new issue, so like what was to say it's not 220? Or, maybe it drops to 120, it could, right? There's not enough price history. It is squeezing like crazy though. Looks like Spider's getting a pretty good outside move down here. I don't think this is anything that big. Actually, this is just volatility here. Yeah, this is nothing. This is just you know how I know that? Just look at what VIX is doing. VVIX was barely even above that prior low. VIX is up here, but VIX future is not making a new high. Don't chase that volatility down there. I don't know what he said, but all right, so now, well, so we now actually have like an actionable setup, but let me just check here. Let me see if this is actually good or not. It's kind of. I would have liked it if it flushed more. Like if we got down to like 25 and then got back above, I would say yeah, we could buy that like right now, but it's probably gonna hold up though. All right, if you're like hyper aggressive, like you could take this right now long, but you gotta be your stops right there. I think it holds though. I don't see the VIX moving enough. But I also don't like how you came that far down that fast. But it should at least try to pop through that. IWM's still green. I have my own program that I use, LJ. Micron's a good breakout there. That was But the thing was, Micron's like, yeah, it's going up a lot, but this was, it pulled back for a long time. It pulled all the way back to 2023 levels here. So this was due for a break. How's wheat doing? Oh, nice pop for wheat. That is a war move. That's a war commodity. Now maybe it's finally getting something going, but these wheat pops have all been sold into. Yeah, eventually will it go into a bull market again? Yeah, it will. I just don't know when that is. Like, I don't know when the actual move is going to be. And I don't like analyzing wheat because the futures are different from that ETF. And it's just hard to get a grip on both of them with how the contracts work. By the way, this level's so if we push back above here, we can go to 45. So there you go. You entered right there at 32 when I said so. And then the idea is it could follow through here. I would take some off before that. I would take some off at like 42 though. Just because we're in a whipsaw environment. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, interesting how the Russell's leading, and yeah, volatility is not not moving, not enough to make me think that's anything more than whipsaw. Justin, what do you like? Oh, time frame. Like mostly like 5, 10, 15 minute, but I mean, I look at all time frames. And I'll trade things like off of the 4 hour, but like, or with the idea of like a 4 hour picture in mind. But I use the 5, 10, and 15 to like get the structure of it in my, to understand where that's gonna go. You got it? Nice. Nice. Yeah, there you go. So, the only reason why I said, so at first I was like, I would take that. But once I saw that secondary candle go through, I was like, all right, that's enough. I need to see, I need to see it stay down there for a minute, Let's look at the 5. It looks about the same. Yeah, it should, I mean, you want to bet we close back up at like 6K or like just below it. There you go. There's 40, 41. All right, take profit. 45, and then target 2 right up in here around 50. Above 50 it can squeeze, but it's not going to. It's just going to pin. There you go. There's 45. There's 13 points. There's no way. There is no way. Guys, I'm literally shit posting right now on a whim, but like I can tell that when there's a fake move, that is a fake ass move. Like you are not telling me that volatility, stop it. Just stop it. Yeah, I love the 10. I think the 10 it's good because not a lot of people use it, so it gives you a different perspective than what everybody else is looking at. And you can see things in the 10 that you won't see in the 5 and 15. I think it's good to use all 3 of them. But yeah, so they're now I'm happy. Now I'm happy because we got at least got. I was like hoping something would happen that I could call as actionable, like real time, while this is going down. What else we got here? Yeah, everything. Dollar really. Oh no, that's dollar's closed. Oh, dollar has bid up. I see the after hours there. Microsoft didn't even sell there. Yeah, I mean, like in that, so there's just two tip-offs right there, honestly, guys. Like the Russell, if it's a real sell, the Russell should be leading down. And like vol and vol products, like not moving at all. There's 0% chance that was a real sell. You got it, Marco. Nice. I'm glad. I'm really happy we got to do that. I was like, well, this sucks. We were just doing nothing. I was like, well, this sucks. We at least get something. So now, yeah, we hit this. 50 would be your target too, and then if we break above that, just leave a runner, and then if it trends, it trends. Who knows? A good trend tomorrow for the futures. But yeah. But now it's 307. We're just gonna chop around, I think. Maybe we challenge the lows again or whatever, but if there was an impulsive breakdown, it would have just gone through. It would have bounced, like it would have done this right there, and it would have hung out, and then it would just go down. But yeah, cool stuff. We'll see if we close back up at 6. It's like right up there. We'll probably close a little below it. It doesn't really matter. That iron condor is pretty wide. I think though, yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Our LG1 is still 60-40. That's pretty crazy. But we'll probably close down in this range somewhere. I wouldn't buy it now. The way I would have to buy it now is, first of all, because I know that this is pinned, so it's just we're not likely to get follow through. But for me to buy it now on a normal day, I'd have to see like a move up and then like some sort of acceptance here, like some sort of structure there, and then like through the you could try the next level, but I don't know if I would do it here because it's just I like first hit best hit kind of deal. Captain Condor, yeah. What was the big surprise they had though? Yeah, platinum backing up just a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry. VVIX is just not moving enough to scare me right now. By the way, like the VIX is unpinned right now. There's no dealer support for there's no like. So the VIX can move if it wants, and it's not. So I would take this as noise here. At least for right now. I do. I look at some. There's a few things I look at for dark pool, but it's not like a main thing I do. Yeah, I mean, I would like 580 or 575. We might get it end of quarter. We'll see. All right, so that was fun. I'm glad we at least got something that was actionable there. Well, I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the day here. Maybe we could bounce back. It looks like they want us kind of stay down in this range. I think we're at 59.80. Yeah, we might just stay down in this range, but yeah, cool stuff. I would not advise trading Friday at all, unless you're a scalper, because that's all it's going to be. So unless some crazy more geopolitical stuff happens. And then into end of quarter, it's going to be interestingly boring, I think, but a little bit more like what we're seeing. But hopefully we can start to break this pin here soon. Yeah, I just look for big spikes at extremes. So if we're up like, a ton in a short period of time in dark pool, like I think there was some prints like right up here on it wasn't SPX, but it was like SPY. It was up there on all these old dealer levels, but there was some pretty large spikes like up here. So you can tell like they're probably taking some gains there, but. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I have a little bit of VIXY too, so just in case we get some sort of move. But I think that's all you really need to do right now. Is just have a hedge. I don't think you need to be short. Steve, FBD. So false, fake, failed, breakdown. Yeah, any one of those. Liquidity grab. Another word for it. So basically, exactly what just happened. Right. So we spiked this low right here, and it just didn't follow through. So that's kind of your entry. Like seller exhaustion. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Hey, are we gonna go to 6,000? Let's see. So, all right, guys, I'll wrap it up here again. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, this was fun. That was good. And I don't know what I'm gonna do for the weekend, but I'm probably not gonna look at charts. I'm gonna try not to. But oh, meeting an hour and I ran to zero. Awesome meeting. Yeah, let's go. Let's get the meeting. Oil down. Oh, it's over. It's over, guys. Yeah, it must be tough to be an algo. All right. So you see, like, all right. Before we end this here, what did I just say this was? What I do, like I said, failed breakdown. What was the other word I used? The other description I used to describe this term here. The greatest meeting ever. So I was referring to, I know there's some latency here, but liquidity, yeah, you got it, liquidity grab. All right, so somebody, or we know what what this administration likes to do, right? Do you think that there's any chance somebody in the administration knew that that was like gonna happen before it happened? Of course, right? So where this big sell candle go right through this level here, right? They were grabbing liquidity there right before that news. This happens every day. It's just on a smaller scale and a bigger scale. Yeah. We'll see if it amounts to anything. I mean, again, market's pretty pinned, but yeah, it would be funny if we pumped here later. But all right, anyway, we'll wrap it up here again. Yeah, nice stuff here. Thanks everyone coming out. Yeah, thanks for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like this stream. Again, we got like a couple weeks. Yeah, we got like 3 weeks left on the sale. So if you're thinking about it, come join. I'll do this type of trade like and other ones every single day. So I think we won like 33 out of our last 35 or something like that. If you include today, we'd have to like put that up to like 36. So, but I didn't include those. I didn't actually take them. But anyway, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Thank you guys all for coming out. Appreciate you guys all. I probably won't see you guys Friday, but unless something crazy happens. But anyways, you guys take care. Enjoy the long weekend, and we'll see you guys all next week.